Hey El Paso, what is new? We are going to tell you exactly what's new with 3 big projects that are happening right now in El Paso. One is almost done, the second one is supposedly coming soon, and the third one is breaking ground next week. So let's jump into it.
Yeah, first one's going to be the Amazon Distribution Center in the Westside. Actually, we made a little video about this when they first started construction. It was just dirt. Now, like you said, it's pretty much almost completed. It's going to be a 160,000 square foot facility. Now, there's an article that says that it's valued about $51.5 million. It's going to be, you know, mixed opinions. Some people don't like the idea. Some people like the idea. People think that there's going to be traffic, all kinds of things. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about all these different projects that, you know, we're going to be talking about. Now, they do say that it's going to help with job creation, right? But the $51 million expected to have long-term growth for El Paso, meaning more jobs, more demand for housing, also rentals. You know, that's the expectation that they're saying. Now, with the commercial growth and with all that also comes a lot of different changes to the signage, the roads, upgrades. As you're aware, there's a lot of changes in the freeway and the roads right there in I-10. I think they're not only expanding the freeway like we noticed, but you know, they're probably trying to accommodate all the different changes and the expansion that we're seeing right here, especially in Cimarron. It's just grown. It's grown quite a bit. Now, the article states here that Amazon bought the property and the city sold 44 acres of development.
Another thing to keep in mind is that this is our second Amazon distribution center, because we've got one over in Horizon, right? What's that been there like 4 years now? And so now they decided that one wasn't big enough and they had to do 2. So basically, what does it mean? It means that for people in El Paso, it's likely that like when you order something, you got a real good chance of like getting it same day, which, let's be honest, is convenient. But at the same time, I'm a little skeptical about supporting long-term growth. We all know that Amazon is the ones with the most robots ever, and that essentially robots are the ones that are already doing all the work. So this idea that there's going to be long-term job growth, I don't know about that. I think that's far-fetched. And yeah, to your point, pretty interesting that they're putting it right on the corner there near Cimarron. Miguel and I, we were just over there. There's a new traffic lights that are going in. And yeah, I mean, those trucks with all the stuff, they got to come in and out. And so I don't know, I guess we'll see how that all plays out.
Yeah, it's definitely already pretty busy there. Every time we have to cross I-10, it seems like a nightmare to come back. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. You know, like I said, I'm curious to see what people think about these projects, because it's definitely gonna, you know, affect it. I don't know if hopefully in a good way, but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Now this one is definitely going to get some people riled up, because it kind of gets me riled up. The second one, speaking of big tech, Meta is planning to build an AI data center in El Paso, in the Northeast particularly. So let me give you some of the details. This is straight from Facebook. El Paso, Texas will be our home to our newest AI-focused data center, which can scale to 1 gigawatt and will support our growing AI workload, okay? Check this out, 1 gigawatt. Okay, 1 gigawatt, this is the amount of power that's going to be required by the data center. 1 gigawatt can power roughly 750,000 to 1 million homes. A typical large power plant like a natural gas or even a nuclear power plant often produces around 1 gigawatt, okay? That's astronomical, right? How are we going to support the energy needs for this, all right? And here's more from Facebook. The data center will contribute to El Paso's economic growth by supporting 1,800 construction jobs at its peak, totally, when it's being built. And then when it's done, those jobs will go away. And creating around 100 operational jobs for the initial phase. 100 is not a lot of jobs, okay? That is not job growth. 100 jobs? Are you kidding me? Insane, okay? Now, they're trying to say that they're going to design and build this data center with efficiency, flexibility, and sustainability, okay? They've partnered with local organizations to basically provide money to El Paso Electric for like the transmission lines and substations, but that's just infrastructure to support the data center itself. That's not helping the city out in any way. But the big problem to me is, like, we live in a desert. What is there not a lot of? Water. The way a data center is, basically it's a big building full of servers and computer chips, and as you know, like your laptop, you set your laptop, after a while, what does it do? It starts to get hot, right? So imagine this in a huge building, there's so much heat. How do you cool down these spaces? You use water, okay? This to me sounds absolutely insane. Facebook, they say, we strive to be good water stewards in communities where we have data centers. That's why we plan to use a closed loop, liquid cooled system in this data center that will use 0 water for a majority of the year. I mean, oh my gosh. They're gonna be good water stewards. They wanna be water positive by 2030, meaning they're gonna restore more water than they consume. In El Paso, we will restore 200% of the water consumed by the data center to local watersheds. What are they doing? Making water?
That's what I was talking
like,
about.
what do you, like, is it just me, or is the math not adding up? El Paso Matters, you should check out their TikTok, because they have some interviews with people from the community and people from the water department. But AI data center in the desert in El Paso for 100 jobs. One more thing. You would think, oh, well, we're gonna get all this money from property taxes, and it'll like give us the city more money. Meta is getting an 80% break on its city property taxes for 35 years. That means they're only paying about 1/5 of the taxes they normally would. Why? Because cities offer these deals to attract massive projects, okay? Call me skeptical on this one. All right, so yeah, if you're watching this, please give us your comments and let us know what you think.
Yeah, maybe people know a little bit more about it, but yeah, to me it doesn't.
Sounds crazy.
Doesn't sound great.
No.
Maybe, I mean, some people might not like this one, but I think this one's a more positive.
Okay, yeah, this last one I think is more positive, that maybe people can get behind.
Yeah, so this one's gonna be the Sunset Amphitheater. So now it's officially happening. It's gonna be 12,500 seat venue. Projected $2 billion economic impact over 10 years. It's expected to open Q4 of next year, so by the end of 2026. It is gonna be $80 million, which the city contributed $31 million to the project. Now it's supposed to host, or expect to host, about 40 concerts a year, which I'm excited for, because I mean, I don't go to a lot of concerts, but I think that's one thing people always say, hey, El Paso, we don't have the big artists to come, often. We do have them, but not as often. So I think this could be a big opportunity for many different artists to, have the chance to come over here and maybe bring obviously more money and more jobs to El Paso. But I think it's a good idea. I think the location is great. It's going to be in the Northeast. Pretty much now it's going to be the Cohen Entertainment District. Right there in the Northeast, pretty much close to 375 Loop and the freeway. What do you think, since you obviously, you like music a lot, you were a music teacher, what do you think that's going to do to El Paso, and are you excited about that?
Yeah, I think that one makes sense, because that's something actually for the city. It's nice to give the Northeast something. Feels like they kind of get left out, like the Westside, like we've got all this new stuff around Cimarron that's super nice. Horizon is blowing up, right? It feels like the Northeast is sometimes kind of left out. So the fact that they're getting something is kind of cool. I think the traffic over there is going to be great. So I don't see that it's going to create a big problem with traffic. And yeah, people, especially people who are from here, seem to always are like, oh, El Paso's so boring. Well, great. 40 more concerts a year, great. The Sunset Amphitheater will also have a VIP section called the Aikman Club, partnership with NFL Hall of Famer and 8 Beer founder Troy Aikman. So that's supposed to be like a high luxury hospitality area that maybe people can rent out or something. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. So yeah, this one, I think, this just feels like something that's more for the people. It feels like the Amazon Center and the AI data center, I don't know who that's for exactly.
Especially the data center. I mean, they're not paying taxes. They're using water. Only 100 jobs.
And it needs the power of a large power plant. What are we gonna do? Literally build another power plant for the data center? Crazy. But anyway, that's it. 3 big developments kind of here in 2025. Let us know what you think in the comments.